just want to know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. So last night, the No Jumper YouTube channel had decided to release the interview that they had did with Jaidyn Alexis, and I thought it was interesting to share with you guys some of what she had to say of her feelings about the situation with Blueface and CashApp. And I think you're going to be quite surprised of many things that was said in this interview. One being about the tattoo that Blueface got on his face of CashApp's name. Pretty much, Jaidyn Alexis is mad about that. And she talks about it in the interview. And I'm going to let you listen, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
He doesn't look the same. That's not who I had fell in love with.
The face tattoos?
Yeah.
What about, he already had a bunch of face tattoos.
He did, but he was just, it was very more demure than it is now.
Very demure.
Yeah.
Very cutesy.
Yeah. It's not the same anymore.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, granted, maybe when I see him, it might feel different, but that's not really the style that I was going for.
Really? Because I mean, he did get him in prison, so they're not going to be the best quality.
Yeah, and that's kind of like where I'm disappointed at. I was like, if that's kind of like what you wanted to do, you could have definitely went to like a tattoo artist out here and did that.
Right.
I don't think that in there was the best way to do it, and like it's like kind of dirty.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, getting tattoos on the outside, it's like you got a million other things to do, so it doesn't feel that attractive to me. But yeah, I guess if I was locked up and there was somebody doing pretty good tattoos, I could see myself going for it. Even
but
though
not on the face.
The face is crazy.
Like the back or your leg, or like I don't know. Like how do you just trust someone to just tat your face? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
And that's what I love about him, is that he just refuses to act like a successful millionaire. He's like, no, and I'm getting a bunch of face tattoos in prison.
Yeah, I mean, I wish he wouldn't have done that. I wish he would have waited until like he got out if that was what he wanted to do. But I mean, he never listens to anybody, so I don't think that even if me giving him my opinion that he would have even cared. But
you know, I was thinking
maybe he was trying to set a new trend or something. I don't know.
Right.
I didn't necessarily agree with it when I saw it though. I mean, I wish he would have waited and maybe thought about it a little harder, but he's very impulsive, so it's not like I don't think anybody giving their opinion would have mattered to him.
Right.
So
does it bother you in particular that he got Chrisean's face tattooed or whatever?
I was more disappointed in the fact that he got my daughter's name like around the same time. And I just kind of felt like that, like she's 2 years old now. When Javon, our son, was born, like days later, we both went and got his name. So waiting 2 years to like get her name and then try to like balance it out because like you got her name is just like kind of like lame to me.
So it pisses you off the idea that he's sort of having to like compensate for getting his daughter's name tattooed by also keeping his other girl. Like you, if he is going to be dealing with other girls, you'd like it to be a situation in which he's not having to like fall in line and obey.
Yeah, I feel like the kids should come first. Like nobody in this world would be mad or tell me something about our kids, even if it was a man. You couldn't tell me nothing like about if I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna go tap one of their names and then try to tap their name because they're gonna get mad. Like absolutely not.
Yeah,
I wouldn't care if you. Actually, I'm gonna tat it twice.
Okay.
Like what is that? So I don't like that he tried to like compensate for it, but I mean that's their dynamic. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but that's more so what disappointed me. I was like, because like why did you have to do it around the same time, and why is her name so small? You know what I'm saying? Like Javon's is big as hell. It's like on his forearm or whatever. So I'm just kind of like, I didn't like that, and that type of stuff does matter. You know, people do clock that kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. But have you visited him while he's been locked up?
When he was in the county, out here in LA, I did go see him about 4 or 5 times. But it was the fans are crazy, and so they like book appointments or like do weird stuff, and I don't even know if they actually go to see him. But they had like and then like I don't know if the jail started catching on and would like block his thing off, so it would be really hard to get an appointment to go see him in the county, and that was behind the glass on the phone, so it wasn't like a super great visit, and it's 30 minutes only.
You think that they would be able to control that more easily?
Yeah, I think that at first it was like the fans doing it, and then once the jail like caught on to who and what was going on, that sorry, my eyes water. That they had to like block it off, so it would be really hard to like get an appointment.
It is crazy because being in jail is probably so boring that talking to some random fan for a half hour
100%.
probably
Like,
sounds all right.
and I mean, that's probably why he, you know, gets caught talking to all these girls that he used to bang. And, you know, I'm sure, I mean, knowing him, he was already doing that when he was out and had a million things to do. So I'm having like 0 things to do. I'm sure like that contributes to it. And then he went into, when he got transferred, there was like a period of time where he couldn't get any visits and he barely could use a phone. And then now that he's at Current State, or North Current State, or whatever it's called, he just started getting into like being able to send out like visitation forms. I already, you know, turned mine in, so I'm just kind of waiting for approval. But that kind of stuff like they take mad long to like get back to you and stuff. So as soon as I have my approval good and go, I'm gonna definitely go see him. I mean, he has 8 more months and 9 more months to do. So I mean, I'm not about to just let him sit there.
For sure. Do you think his mom's right that he'll get the tattoos removed when he gets out?
I don't think he's gonna get them removed because I just don't see him doing that. But I could see him maybe covering up what's her name's name if something was to happen. I don't think that he's gonna remove them though. That's a really like painful process, and a lot of the tattoos he has are like really dark. So it's gonna take several sessions, and
you might never get rid of it.
Yeah, it's still gonna be like a faint situation. So like, what, you're gonna have to cover that? I don't know. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, you have to get it blasted like a million times to really get rid of it.
How shocked they acted. Oh, I thought that Chrisean Rock and Jaidyn Alexis squashed their beef. Yeah, they didn't squash their beef at all. That's what it looks like on social media. And I keep telling people, stop getting stuck on what you see and hear and taking that and running with it for what it is. That's not what it is. How is a woman who has been with this man since grade school, okay, expected to live happily ever after with him? She helped him follow his dreams so it could be a reality. And the dream came true. And then all he has to give back to her is a slap in the face. I mean, she was the chick that was homeless with him, sleeping in a car. You know, she was a ride or die. And, you know, people fall in and out of love all the time. So that's not what the beef's about. But I feel as though if he wanted to mess with Chrisean Rock, he should have just left, you know, Jaidyn Alexis alone. And then I don't think that it would have been all these bitter parties like are left behind now, behind what Blueface did, being selfish. But did you peep how she won't even say Chrisean Rock's name? Somebody has said in the chat of this live, oh, she's not mentioning her name because of defamation of character. Now, she's not mentioning her name because, you know, she got onto a platform where she was able to be herself, be comfortable, and tell us all just how she really feels about Chrisean Rock. Period, point blank. And she's mad about that tattoo being on Blue's face. And you heard it from the horse's mouth, and it is what it is.